My friends and I stayed at Autocamp Russian River this past May 2025. And these are just the clips I specifically got of the venue itself. And this will be my review of just the venue itself. If you want to actually see more of why we were there, I'll have a video linked up in the cards. So as I said, May 2025, it was the end of the month. We rented out a bunch of Airbnbs. I believe there were a total of 12-ish of us. So in the very beginning clips there, you saw us walking up to the check-in area, and this is kind of the middle reception hall. There's tons of places to sit. There's a fireplace that goes kind of at nighttime and in the winter. There is a little snack bar grocery area, but there's nothing really of substance there. So in the Airstreams, you do have a full kitchen. So do be prepared to bring your own food if you're not going to partake in the little snacks like charcuterie and stuff. Out here is their gorgeous, I don't know what you would call it, outdoor area. There's some lawn games. There's a propane fire outside as well, which you will see a little bit later. And also around the property were some really cool tree stumps. So there was one there. Again, more seating areas. And then we just kind of walked around to see everything they had. You can also stay in tents. Here they had a swing set that was adult sized. So here I am skipping over to the swing set, just living my best childhood memories swinging. And then my friend Becca, who was my roommate in the Airstream for the weekend, we were here for a bachelorette weekend. Our friend Lauren is getting married. We had a great time. We started on the, gosh, I don't even know directions. I'd say the leftmost side of the property, on the side that you enter into the facility with. So these are on that side. And then we walk kind of by all of the Airstreams. I don't know how many there are. There's a cute little trailer back here in this corner. I don't know if that belongs to like a camp host or if that's like the janitorial one, but that starts the Airstreams. And then each one had this cool little paved path to get to the Airstreams. It's just all beautiful and wooded and bushy. There are a few gravel paths to get you to the tents as well as the main area. Again, here's another cool tree trunk that they have on the back side of the property. This was our friend Lauren's Airstream. The girls decorated it for bridal things. And then here's a view down the length of it from the bathrooms down to the bedroom. Then here's another view of the outside property. When we were there, they were doing a wine tasting that night. So the maid of honor who ran the whole bachelorette weekend ended up giving us all a glass of wine. Here is the outside propane fire pit going. We ended up cooking our dinner over it. So we all had hot dogs for dinner. And then later we had marshmallows and s'mores. The view out here was absolutely gorgeous. There were bugs at the end of May, so bring some bug spray or the little mosquito repellents. Some of us were getting eaten alive by little bugs, but it is just absolutely beautiful out here, and I can't recommend it enough. The weather was gorgeous at night. It was a little toasty during the daytime, and if your Airstream was not under the trees, the aircon definitely had to work its butt off to cool it down. Luckily, I stayed number 6 with Becca, and that one seemed to be pretty well covered by trees, so our Airstream stayed relatively cool. We did also keep the windows closed to keep the sun out and the cool in. So this was Friday night, the ending of that. The very next morning, we woke up and we did yoga. I do believe yoga is offered Saturday and Sundays at least. We weren't there during the week. And this was just the indoor area kind of cloaked off and ready for the nighttime. It does stay open as there are restrooms in there for people staying in the tents. The tents do not have bathrooms. So here was us doing yoga in the morning. It was really great. It was pretty toasty. Luckily, I was in the shade for the majority of it, but there were a couple girls who were in the sun and definitely feeling the morning warmth on their face. In the morning, they do have a little breakfast station. It's basically just granola and coffee. So again, if you're planning on staying here, I would definitely say bring your own groceries to cook your own food. Also, we were there, you couldn't have wood fires, you could only have charcoal fires. Again, this was the end of May 2025, fire restrictions and all of that. If you know anything about California, it's almost always on fire. So that is just to help prevent wildfires and such like that. So yoga was really good. There were a lot of people who signed up for it and attended. Then after yoga, the teacher was very nice and took a couple of group photos of us. So you'll see us kind of finagling around and having her take our pictures here in just a moment. And here she is just checking the lighting where she'll be taking the photo. So then she had us all gathering in and she put Lauren, the bride-to-be, in the middle, and we ended up doing tree pose, but we kept our hands down so that way Lauren could be front and center. So we're just kind of spreading out, getting in order, lining up, getting ourselves in position for tree pose. A lot of us held the lower tree pose. Some of us put our feet above our thighs. Then for that day, all of Saturday, we were off site doing other things to celebrate Lauren's bachelorette. So I'm not sure what went on for the majority of Saturday, if they had any activities or anything like that. Once we got back in the afternoon, we had the side area reserved, and that's Airstream number 6 right there. So just be aware that if you do have Airstream 6, this group section over here can get kind of rowdy. Friday night, it was kind of loud with the other party, and they did not respect quiet hours, so they were loud past 10 p.m. So the girls had food brought in. This was not food that was provided by Autocamp. And so this is just us having a great old time. And then Sunday morning was checkout. So outside each Airstream, you do have table and chairs. So you can have your own little private area. There are no windows of the next Airstream looking onto your space, so it is semi-private. Carts are provided to get you to and from the Airstream. You can't drive up to them. There is a designated parking lot for the Airstreams, or for the whole facility. And this is just a cute, quick little tour of the Airstream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.